Hey guys, this is Hazard 502, and today we're going to be doing a long-term review on my Vader's Vault Ardent. I got two here. The first one to the front is one that I purchased directly from Vader's Vault myself, and the second one is one that I acquired through a chain trade within the lightsaber community. Um, I'm from Canada, and the gentleman that I traded with is from New York in the US. So it's really cool. But our review today is going to be primarily focused on the one to the front here. So I ordered the Ardent in August of 2016 and it shipped on March of 2017. So that's a build time of around 6.5 months. And from that point in time until this month, I've now had this Ardent for 4 years in my collection. And the one that I traded for, I've had about 2 years. So let's talk about the dimensions. The overall length on the Ardent is around 10.5 inches overall. And I mean approximately because you can see here I have two different style emitters. This is the Revan emitter from Vader's Vault, and this is the standard pommel that comes with the Ardent. So I have this one on here just for a bit of a different style, but overall length in general is going to be about 10.5 inches. Width, grip section is 1.25 inches wide. The switch section and the lower hilt body is going to be 1.35 inches wide, and the widest dimensions are on the emitter itself, near the base of the emitter and at these rings at the top. That is a width of 1.5 inches wide. So overall, within what is offered by most to every company, lightsaber company, this is going to be some of the thinnest hilt dimensions you will find out on the market to this day. Very slim and easy to get your hands around this hilt design, but we will talk about ergonomics in a little bit. The hilt body, the overall lightsaber is made out of 3 sections. Excuse me. The top section between the switch section and the emitter is one piece. Then we have the hilt body as another piece, and then the pommel as a third. So this is able to be unthreaded here and unthreaded here. And the lightsaber construction itself, this is all aluminum construction. So what do we have for electronics inside? Both of these versions are powered by the Plector Labs Crystal Shard 2.5. This one has the 2.5 and this one has the 3.0. I do believe that the Crystal Shard soundboard was made just for Vader's Vault by Plector Labs, so you're not really going to find a Crystal Shard soundboard in really anything other than Vader's Vault unless somebody did an electronic swap with a different hilt. These ones were built before the NeoPixel blades were available, so these have in-hilt LEDs and they are both tri-Cree. This one has a green white and this one has a blue white. So you can see inside there the LED is housed right here, and this is the LED retention screw. So we have a good inch and a half blade depth, which is pretty good, of course depending on the length of blade that you use. And you can see on this one, this has a gold non-illuminated AV, and this one has a black AV with a blue ring. On the bottom here, each of these has a brass cover tech wheel. There are other options available when you order, but that's what these ones are equipped with. And inside of these, there is a chassis containing the Crystal Shard sound card, an 18650 lithium-ion battery, and the speaker to fit. Can't remember exactly the wattage or the size, but it is plenty loud. And this is a removable battery setup, so you will have to take the battery out to charge this lightsaber up. There's no recharge port available at the time that these were built. So we're just going to use this one to have a look at the chassis, just because it comes out a little bit easier, has a little bit more room to slide out for us to look at. So here is the chassis sled. So of course, speaker at the bottom there. There's the soundboard with the SD card, and then your 18650 lithium-ion battery. So there's just enough play in the wiring for the chassis sled to slide out to get the battery in and out. And then, of course, just assemble it back together and you're good to go. So this one does not have a kill key. It does have a deep sleep mode, so that does help preserve battery life. And battery life in these lasts quite a long time. As far as the ergonomics go, this is a very, very comfortable hilt for spinning, wielding, and dueling. I have heavy dueled with these, and my son and I in particularly recently have been dueling with each of these, and they are very strong, capable dueling lightsabers. You can see that we have some even rings on the main hilt body here. We have some extra swelling happening at the switch section and at the bottom of the hilt, as well as a nice choke point right below the bell emitter to really grab onto as well. And of course you can even bring it up further and grip right around the emitter housing itself. So it is incredibly comfortable and really great to wield and to duel with, which is part of the reason why I liked this design, is because I really like the thin neck design. I like thin neck lightsabers in general, and plus this one is really comfortable without any extra greeblies or boxes to have to concern yourself with. Now as far as design goes, this is kind of Vader's Vault version or homage to Luke's lightsaber from Return of the Jedi, but it's kind of their own unique design. Of course, we have the thin neck on the hilt there below the emitter. Of course, Luke's is a thin neck lightsaber, as well as these even rings, just reminiscent of the grip section above the control box. So I really like this original design by Vader's Vault. It really speaks to me, and certainly one of, in general, my favorite lightsabers that I own and have seen out on the market there. So as far as functions go, we're going to concentrate on this one. This one is my baby out of my collection, though I do enjoy this quite a bit. So we're just going to move this out of the way. We'll get a blade in there. All right, we'll just go over a quick close-up of the hilt itself, starting at the emitter with those emitter windows. And so we have the blade retention screw there, and as I mentioned before, the LED retention screw along the bottom here. Here is your auxiliary switch, and of course your main activation button, and those nice rings, vertical, horizontal, and we have their kind of like circuit design near the switch section. I just put some jewels in there as a representation of the color of blade that is in this particular hilt. And then on the other one, which has a custom Jedi Order symbol and shroud, this one has a blue LED, and then these two jewels just kind of matching the color of the shroud and the cover check wheel there. Very stylish, if yet understated lightsaber, and great traction, and yeah, very comfortable for dueling. As far as the electronics and the functions, this is the crystal shard soundboard, as I mentioned. It is able to hold up to 6 sound fonts. It does have mute on the fly, flash on clash, blaster block, lockup, and also color change on the fly as well. So I'll just demonstrate that for you. And again, this does have what looks to be a small speaker, but it is a very high quality speaker and packs plenty of punch. And because I do use this equal amounts and even maybe more so inside, I've actually removed the SD card and adjusted the volume settings on the main config file so it's not as loud inside, because it can be quite loud. So again, just another great design and quality of this lightsaber. It's probably gonna have to wake up, so we'll do that. All right. And the swing sensitivity, just move the camera a little bit here so we get a better view. The swing sensitivity is fantastic with the crystal shard as well. And of course, so this one is the green white Tri-Cree LED, and it is adjusted to the white out of the green white, and we'll go over that color change as well. So again, we'll just ignite it. All right, and it does have mute on the fly, so simply you start by pressing in the AUX switch and then the main power switch, and that should activate mute. And there we go. So it'll still have the same blaster effects, lockup, flash on clash, and when you power it off, it'll let you know, of course. Okay, and then just to cycle through the available sound fonts, you just simply hold down the AUX button and it'll go to the next one. Okay, we'll just go ahead and light this one up. And I do believe this is Mad Cow's Rogue sound font, one of my favorites out there today. Alright, and to activate the color change on the fly, it's pretty much the same thing as what you do to do mute on the fly, as you tap, press the AUX switch and then the main activation switch, and it'll cycle through different shades of what's available with this LED. Hopefully the camera is focusing on there. There we go. Alright, so we got a darker green blade, as where we started with a white, and then cycle through just different shades of green. Okay, and we'll just go to one more font.
System ready. Combat enabled.
Alright, and this one is saved again with the white blade. So whatever color you change it to, it will save with that font. So you can have all different shades of green and the white, and whatever you leave it on, it stays on when you fire it back up. All right, so I apologize. This is certainly a longer review than what I really mean to accomplish, but This is absolutely one of my favorite hilt designs and all-time favorite lightsabers in my collection. I can't see these going anywhere, anytime. So I do absolutely highly recommend the Ardent. It is available in a few different finishes. There is a black Ardent or dark Ardent with a lot of black accents. There is an Ardent Elite with black and gold, and then this is the standard version here. And of course, you can just see a couple different ways that you can configure even just the standard version. So there we go, long-term review of Vader's Vault Ardent. Solidly built, has stood the test of time, and enjoying it to this day. Thanks for watching, guys.